Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Grab your coffee, maybe some tea, definitely a snack, and let's get into it. So, the other day I had done a video on the executive order 14067, I believe it's called. And yeah, 14067. And I said I couldn't find anything that really said anything about a date of December 13th of 2022. Well, a few of you had done some digging for me, okay? And so here it is in black and white, okay? So I have some things. I'm going to read it out to you, all right? And we're in trouble. Okay, we're in trouble, and that's all there is to it. All right, and all right. So the end game is to total control of us with a cash-free system. All right, and those at the top will fully control a central bank digital currency, or CBDC, and once they roll it out, it's game over for the rest of us. Now, Executive Order 14067, signed by Mash Data, right, gives the ruling class the power to create CBDCs, distribute them at will, and take them from you when they want, and just shut it off if you do something that they don't like. All right? So if they don't like you and you say something that goes against what they don't like, or whatever the case may be, guess what? All right? So, have you ever heard of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Okay. In that book, the author has called this executive order communism in its purest form, encouraging Americans to stay awake. Now, this is beyond communism. This is permanent and overt slavery. They are no longer hiding it. We are not free, and they intend to make it permanent. It would behoove anyone and everyone to listen up and stand together to oppose this and refuse to participate. Right, Stormy Buck? Now, choosing the CBDC is literally choosing to be a slave to them. Before we were lied to. Propaganda was used to make sure we thought we were free. This is overt. It's in our faces now. Boom. Like hitting a brick wall. Now, the man who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad called Potato. He called Potato's signed executive order the most treasonous act in U.S. history. And he isn't the only one speaking out against it. Jim Rickards, he's another economist, investor, and former CIA official. And he's calling it a step toward the end of cash. Right. We've all, been talking about cashless society and whatnot, right? And Rickards, he has 4 decades of experience on Wall Street, and the new digital tokens can be turned off if the government doesn't like what you're doing, and this is what he said, right? All right, well, be ready, because this is like the slavery we've been warning that is coming. And not that we aren't slaves now, okay? But this is the complete abandonment of the illusion. And now this is the first time I've seen anything that says this, but prepare for C-Day, which is coming on December 13th of 2022. Now, Rickards, who has criticized this CBDC and labeled it as Bitcoin's evil cousin. He also exposed the supposed singular event called C-Day, which according to him will take place on December 13th of 2022 and will disrupt the traditional financial system in the U.S. He said that when he calls it C-Day happens, the paper money will be completely worthless and the U.S. dollar will crash. He further added that consumer spending and access to basic needs will also be restricted. And people holding on to too much money would be penalized. So, thanks to Section 4 of this executive order of 14067, calling for urgent research into developing the digital dollar, it is believed that the U.S. dollar, the standard of the world since 1792, will be replaced by a new currency, and it's called the digital dollar, okay? But this has been in the works for much longer than we even knew. And it's all part of this plan, and they have tried to desensitize the world to this during the pandemic, claiming that the spread was on the coins and the cash and things like that. Don't touch it. Go get the Rona. Oh, right? This is literally good for no one, except for those who create the currency and want power over everyone else. Now, this digital dollar is being called Biden bucks, or as I like to call them, potatoes, so let's say potato pennies. Because he needs to take full credit for these crimes. This is not like the money that's in your online bank account right? This is new. It's different. Every digital dollar will be programmable tokens, like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. But there's a huge difference here. Cryptocurrencies are decentralized digital currencies. Instead, if it plays out the way a lot of people are seeing this, like this Rickards guy, Biden bucks will have the full backing of the Federal Reserve, which is bad, in my opinion. They will replace the cash, fiat, the dollar that we have now, and will soon be the sole mandatory currency of the United States. So, if you haven't realized that the government is slavery yet, it's probably a good time to get on the right side of history. This new CBDC will begin in an era of total government control, surveillance. This is not hyperbole. This would dramatically expand the power and influence of federal government, essentially acting as a new type of spyware. With Biden bucks, the government will be able to force you to comply with its agendas. Because if you don't, they'll turn off your money. This won't be like freezing a bank account. No, it'll be much easier. And this is not fear-mongering, it's Executive Order 14067, which was signed by Potato on March 9th, 2022. By the authority vested in me as president. So, all of us Constitution lovers, have you figured it out yet? I know it's just a piece of paper, but Potato is just one guy that signed a piece of paper, and it's our belief it has power that keeps us from being free. And we're running out of time, man. But whether the Constitution really be one thing or another, this much is certain. That it has either authorized such governments as we have had, or has been powerless to prevent it. In either case, it is unfit to exist. But I just want you to, and I don't know how we'll be able to prepare for this. Because if the dollar is no good, what about our gold and silver that we've been stockpiling? Because any cash you have now that is saved outside of the banking system is invalid. No longer be any value when this process is complete. Any digital currency you have in the bank may be turned off by government thugs for not obeying the correct party line. So let me ask you, if you are a registered Republican, raise your hand. What would be the best step? to be now registered as independent. So you're like on the fence, like they can't touch it? I'm just asking. And like I was just saying about silver and gold, those selling precious metals for like money will receive Biden bucks rather than cash. And here's something else. No Biden bucks, no food, no rent, no mortgage, no cars, no clothes, etc. Everything will be denied. So my mortgage, your rent, electric, water, internet, cell phone. What else have I forgotten that's going to be destroyed by this digital endgame? And they combined this bill with the 87,000 new armed IRS agents. What could possibly go wrong? Guys, I don't know how to prepare for this. I don't have answers. I don't have answers. For the first time in a long time, when it comes to prepping, I don't have answers. I don't have answers for a lot of things, especially when it comes to finances and things like that. And I'm pretty smart. So all the money that we have saved will now be garbage. It'll be like glorified toilet paper. Shite. All right. I gotta get a game plan in place. What about you? All right, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless.